to call upon a lot of the starseed guides, the guides from star race Arcturians, the guides from the star race of Andromeda, the guides from the Syrian star race, the guides from the Orion star race, from the Lyran star race, from the Pleiadian star race, and any other starseed guides that want to come through to deliver a message for the collective. Only those working for the highest timeline of me, of those tuned into this channel, and of all. And I especially want to call upon the Arcturian star beings to transmit extra heart healing throughout this entire transmission to myself and to all of those watching who permit it, who open their hearts to deeper healing and a deeper understanding and just deeper connection to all of these shifting timelines and of these shifting times on planet Earth. Calling upon the angelic beings, especially Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Ezekiel, calling upon these angelic beings to just hold the space, to hold us in a very high frequency of love. Archangel Metatron, just calling in as much light as wants to come and surround the starseeds right here and right now in this present moment. Hello. Whew. Hello, you beautiful beings of light. I am coming to you now from the frequency of Los Angeles, which perhaps is why Los Angeles, the angels, want to be present in this transmission, in this video that just wants to come through. I don't really know exactly what's going to be the main message of this video, but I do feel very called to touch upon the topic of home. And it is no coincidence that I am now back in the United States, just freshly here as of a few weeks ago from Peru. I am in a personal state of great transition. I don't feel like I'm quite here yet. Part of me is still there, part of me is here, and a part of me is already in the future. That's the beauty of being a multidimensional being. That is the beauty of tapping into so many different aspects of yourself. And I honor it. I honor the fact that it hasn't been, 100% smooth landing and smooth ride. It was a pretty smooth flight process, considering it was a repatriation plane and all of that, which I don't need to get into. But I didn't have any hiccups in every airport. 2 different planes to get back here. And I am now grounding into the frequency of California, to the frequency of the physical land of my birth. the physical lands where I chose to come into this vessel, this body, in this lifetime. California. It's where it all started for me. So some would say California is home. And that's kind of why I want to touch upon the notion, the concept, the complexity of the word home for a lot of us that call ourselves light workers and starseeds, particularly starseeds, particularly those of us that feel a very great connection to the stars, to the cosmos, to our other lifetimes in other planets, other galaxies, other universes, as other beings. The first thing that wants to actually be addressed is the fact that California is one of my homes, but it is not home to me. It is a place where I have family. There's a little bit of a foundation here. The majority of my blood relatives are here, my parents, sister, all of these things. And yet it is a place that I chose to leave 5 years ago. I chose to pack up. I chose to begin a different life, a different cycle in Europe in the fall of 2015. And I'm coming up on my 5-year anniversary of taking that leap. There's going to be a video on that. What is true right now in this moment is that I don't feel like California is home. I feel like I was very excited to get back here and to see people and to continue the connections, reconnect with some people, reconnect with family. And what I've actually gotten over the past 2 weeks that I've been here is more and more of the realization that I didn't come here to be home. I came here to transition into the next phase of my life. As a grid worker, as a light worker, and as a cosmic being, as a cosmic, multi-dimensional, multifaceted human and divine being. I have never quite felt like anywhere was home for too long. I could start forming deep connections. I could start really connecting to the land like I did in Peru, where the land was just absolutely magnificently revelatory to me. How the land showed me more of who I am, more of what it means to be a part of the all, of the oneness, of the medicine, of earth and cosmos. I can connect deeply to people very quickly while I'm traveling, while I am expanding and being curious about things and language and food and places, and yet I can't really attach to any place because I am aware. I have become aware over these years that my soul needs to move, my soul needs to travel, my soul needs to connect, and almost the word lock comes to mind, but more like magnets, let's say, like lock, like this. certain physical locations in the world, certain grid points, as I called myself a grid worker. So a grid point is a place in the world where there is very strong energy, there is very ancient, perhaps even frequencies that are running through the land, that are running through the rocks, the dirt, the soil, the trees, the animals, the air, creating these special vortexes of connection and of remembrance. And particularly in coming back to California, the grid point that is calling me is Mount Shasta. So Mount Shasta is the most important mountain in the United States, I would say, and of California, absolutely. And it is the root chakra of the earth. It is the root of Gaia herself, of Pachamama herself. It is where the blood flows. It is where the story begins. If you know anything about the chakras, you will know that at the very base of the spine lies a dormant serpent, a dormant snake, and that is our root chakra. And as you begin awakening, the snake starts to move up in the body, move up, and it goes through all of the colors of the rainbow, and it goes through 7 principal chakra points all up our body until you get to the crown, the 7th chakra, which is mirrored in Gaia, in our planet. And she has points that spiral around the planet Earth. 7 principal chakra points, one of them being here in California. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to connect with that point. I'm here to anchor more light into the United States. I'm here to anchor more sovereignty codes, more freedom codes, more wisdom codes, more remembrance for those of you who are ready to rock this world. For those of us that are ready to show up even when there are more opponents than there are allies. I'm here to anchor more codes of courage, more codes of bravery, more codes of surety, because the earth is asking for it. She is asking for her sons and daughters to step up, to say no more bullshit. Stop bullshitting us. Stop giving us the same tired story that we are free because there is democracy. No. Stop giving us the lie. Stop giving us the lie that if we have things, many things, then we are successful, then we are fulfilled, then we have purpose. Because it's not true, and I'm not buying it, and more people are also not swallowing that pill. It is a falsity, it is an abomination, and it is not gonna fly anymore in 2021, 2022, and beyond.
At last. Welcome, Neo. As you no doubt have guessed, I am Morpheus.
It's an honor to meet you.
No. The honor is mine. Please, come, sit. I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth. Do you believe in fate, Neo?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
I know exactly what you mean. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix?
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Follow me.
2020 was the year of truth, is the year of truth, as we are rounding out this potent time in Earth's history. The year of truth was just the tip of the iceberg. What is actually under the surface is so much more that wants to be discovered, that wants to be explored, that wants to be revealed to humanity. And by coming to the root, by coming to the origin point of the awakening, like I said, if there's a dormant snake, a dormant serpent lying in most of humanity right now, if I can connect to the root of the earth and really ground the light into that point, which is what I plan to do, which is what I came here to do, and I know that now. I know that. That will reverberate out into all beings living on this planet, all beings that are connected to Gaia, that are walking upon this earth. It won't happen overnight, but I am going to ground the light into the root so that more people can start to awaken, so that the lies fall away, so that the bullshit cannot be swallowed anymore. Cannot be swallowed anymore. And it's actually quite disgusting to think about how much we have swallowed that was not ours, that was never supposed to be ours, that was never supposed to be the way that this world operated. And on another note, perhaps it had to get that bad. Perhaps we had to see that much suffering, and not just see it, live it lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, so that we would get so sick of it that one lifetime finally something would snap, something would uncoil, the serpent would uncoil, begin to stir, begin to look around at all the shit and want to awaken, want to go on that journey, that curiosity leading to truth, to knowing, and to connection to all. So those are the three higher chakras: throat, third eye, and corona, crown. There are so many synchronicities with the virus that they decided to unleash onto this world. The fact that they coined it coronavirus, and the synchronicities of them basically polluting the highest chakra, the seventh chakra in our body, in our being, in our field, polluting it with this negative connotation of sickness, of fear, of struggle, of pain, of aloneness, fight or flight, survival. I mean, 2020 has been a year where they've literally cultivated a society of fear, a society of I'd rather stay home than live, a society of I'm gonna do what I'm told. I'm gonna do what I'm told because I don't know what else to do. And I don't want to look within, and I don't even have the tools to begin to look at myself and evaluate my life and evaluate these messengers, these sick messengers that start to become the heroes and the faces of these times. And I'm talking about your Bill Gates, and I'm talking about the evil doctor. And I'm saying these things, and who knows if this message is even going to get out there, because they are censoring. I find it quite funny how the video just stopped right now, when I was really about to get into those that are in power, that are really leading the game of control, the game of fear, the game of the sickest, most scary timelines. They're not aligned with where Gaia is actually heading. Why is it that nowhere really feels like home for starseeds, as I was saying? Or why is it that nowhere feels like home personally to me? It has to do with the fact that we have so many connections, and we have beautiful ties to places beyond Earth, to places beyond this dimensional plane. We have remembrances of ourselves as higher dimensional beings, as other beings of light with beautiful wisdom, technology, community, culture, just magnificent and very, very different lifetimes. And you'll know when you hear the word starseed and you start looking into it and you start Googling and you start going down the rabbit hole of discovering your galactic self. You'll know that you are one of us. That home has always been a weird concept, that perhaps your family structure has been broken or very, very difficult, or at least difficult enough that you sought something different, that you went out, that you took a risk, that you went on to lead your own life. Perhaps somewhere far away, or just perhaps alone. Creating your own path, creating a path that is different, a path that is something that is your dream. It's nobody else's dream. It actually comes from your soul knowing what it is you're meant to do here on this planet. And the reason home has been such a sore, painful part of my story is because even as a 33-year-old woman, I can be surrounded by family, can be surrounded by friends, can be in a crowded place and feel so alone.